Kaja Kallas has now said the quiet part out loud. Europe cannot carry this war on its back, not militarily, not economically, and not politically. The EU is out of ammo, out of cash, and out of confidence, and the only thing still in surplus is speeches. She tried to dress it up with policy perfume. She said Europe alone is not responsible for helping Ukraine end the war. It means if Washington or Trump steps out of the picture, the script ends with Europe tiptoeing off the stage, not charging the barricades. And she even passed the buck with a straight face. She said he was the one who promised to stop the killing. So it cannot be on us. Incredible. For 2 years, the EU posed as the backbone of European security, and now the message is if the American showman leaves our tent, the circus closes early.
The EU has so much to offer for our own citizens, in the values we stand for and the fundamental rights, the opportunities and the security that we provide, the opportunities and the security that we provide.
So why this anxiety among the servant squad? Because Moscow's direct acknowledgement of EU's involvement in the war. So we have this statement from Sergei Lavrov, and for the first time he acknowledged that EU is directly involved in the war. He said, NATO and EU are in this fight through Ukraine.
Another vivid example provoked by the West is the crisis in Ukraine, through which NATO and the European Union want to and already have declared a real war on my country and are directly participating.
Now, that line was not random spies, it was a weather report. If the EU keeps pretending to be a non-belligerent while acting like a quartermaster, it should expect the storm to move. One hint of direct Russian pressure on EU soil? Cyber, energy, drones, pick your flavor. And the Brussels bravado shrinks faster than a winter gas stockpile. You watch the body language. Kallas admits that European citizens are nervous. And then she drops the punchline of the week. We cannot respond too strong because that might spook our citizens. This is so laughable. I'm quoting. If your response is too strong, that also has an effect on our societies. What a clown she is. What a clown show we have in Brussels, in EU. Let's translate the whole thing into plain and sentimental prose. Europe sanctioned away cheap Russian energy, drained its ammo for Kiev, and now faces a front that eats steel faster than Brussels can mint communiques. The result is exactly what Kallas just whispered. Without American money, American missiles, and political cover, this "we will stand as long as it takes" this line lasts as long as a hashtag. This is not me being cruel. This is arithmetic. You need 3 pillars, 3, to fight a modern industrial war. First, energy, that is steady and affordable. Second, industry that can surge without begging. And third is politics that can absorb bad weeks without therapy. Frankly speaking, the EU has none. If Europe cannot answer strongly without cracking its own social glass, then Europe's leverage is borrowed and the lander lives in Washington. Call things by their names. This is not a shared burden movement. It's a burden you cannot lift without a foreign supporter. This is not Europe standing tall. It is Europe standing on American stilts. Moscow holds escalation ladders the EU cannot climb, energy levers that still bite, missile and drone output that keeps rising, air defenses that learn every night, and a home front that, you like it or not, absorbs pain better than a bloc built on 6-month election cycles and 3-day news storms. You don't have to admire that, you do have to factor it. And that is all for now. Thank you very much for being with me. You're watching GNF.